Okay, one of the assignments is identify the hardware on your PC with software. If you have a Mac, I don't know what to do with Macs. This cannot be done on a virtual machine. You cannot do it on any of these computers here. There is a computer in the back of the room that you can do this on that is disconnected from this network and is on a isolated network. See that little Dell guy back there? Maybe some stuff on top of him. I may have to move it. But there is a computer back there. Let me pause my recording and I'll take a quick look. All right, so CPU ID, it says be careful of ads and other downloads. This is legitimate software, nothing wrong with it. I've used it for years and years and years, and I do have like an ad blocker on this computer. If you don't have like a simple ad blocker, you're gonna see all kinds of crap on here. CPU ID, this is all legitimate software. This is a very simple program. Then it's a freeware that gathers information on some of the devices of your computer. So it's perfectly valid to use. Watch so you don't click on things that are, like, oh, win $1 million, whatever. You know better than to do that.
So
So
sorry, you can download those onto your home computer and stuff like
this
that.
software is perfectly safe. If you are not comfortable running it on your computer, that's what the computer in the back of the room is for. Some people are very paranoid. I figure at this stage in your career, if you're not going to take some chances and blow things up, you're not going to learn as fast as you could. If you wreck something, you learn a lot from fixing it, or maybe you can't fix it. Maybe you have to start all over again and wipe out your computer. Is that a good learning experience? You betcha. I've destroyed plenty of things in my career and had to start over again. And sometimes that's where you learn your best stuff, is when you have to figure out how to recover from a disaster.
Is there actual instructions of how to do it correctly?
Yeah, right here. Be careful of ads and other downloads.
Okay.
Download the program. There is a standalone version. Oh, just a second. So that you can have two types of software on a computer. You can have one that installs itself. Sometimes you'll find things like, there it is. This has a zip file where you unzip it. The program's right there. You can carry it around on your USB drive. This is one that has a setup.
And what do they do again?
They do this. Oh, it disappeared on me again. Oh, where did it go? All right. Oh, I was looking for my pictures. I was in the right place. This is what it shows you. This is from 2 computers ago for me, I think. But it displays what's your processor, what's the code name of your processor, how far does it run, what's the socket, what's the technology. It gives you more information than I even know what it means. So each tab has different information. There's a CPU, memory, main board, all this stuff. When I had that computer, it was a gigabyte. Actually, my current computer has a gigabyte board in it too. My new one that I built. This is, a few years ago. Gives you information about your graphics card. So when you're fixing a computer, sometimes it's nice to know what in the world do you have. Like if you want to upgrade the RAM, this is one way to check to make sure you're getting the right RAM. Crucial may not always be right. This is one way without taking your computer apart to verify what's going on.
So you can put it on one of these thumb drives and it could do the same thing with other computers.
Yeah, if you have access to it. You can't do it in this room. You can do it with the computer in the back of the room. You can't do it with any of the computers for sure at WNCC anywhere. But in this case, it gave me information about one of my older video cards. Here's more information about the motherboard. There's 3 or 4 programs that allow you to find information about the computer. Actually, the simplest way to do this, I do this because sometimes you have to use those to figure things out. Another way to find things out about your computer is to right click, go to Task Manager, and where is it? Is it here? Yeah, this gives you some basic stuff. And then I think last week, didn't we do MS Info?
Yes.
Okay, MS Info has a huge scads of information too. This actually goes through and tests the hardware and finds all kinds of details about it. Like if they said you bought a 16 gigabyte NVIDIA card from somebody and it comes up here and it says 2, well, yeah. You may not have gotten what you paid for. And then this may not be accurate either. Who knows? But as part of our investigation of Does all of this make sense to me? Not particularly. I can guess about some of it. But it's part of our learning about how computers work and how they're put together, how they function. This has a CPU, this has a graphics card, this has all the same stuff. It's just a different form. I think somebody said that once. It's in a different shape. But fundamentally, it has the same stuff. This is an Android, so I can get application that'll go through and say what kind of a processor, is it a Snapdragon, whatever, my Android system is version whatever it is, I have so much RAM, so much long-term storage. So you can do that with any device. I don't think you can install anything on a TV, however, but something that has a user interface like this, yeah.
Oh,
These are general purpose computers. My access point is always going to be an access point. My TV is always going to be a TV. My phone can do all kinds of things. It's more of a general purpose computer or a tablet or your computer. And that's what this is about, is identifying hardware and having a better idea of what's going on. Because you can't troubleshoot what you don't understand. If you try to troubleshoot something you don't understand, you're using what I call the shotgun approach. Meaning you just keeping shooting until you hit something. Or somebody would call it throwing spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. Random can work, but it may not be the most efficient as understanding and being able to say, okay, if the error happens at this point, or it happens before this point, it's hardware. If it happens after this point, it's software. So you can start narrowing things down by understanding the functions and how things work. And that's where we're aiming, is technical support.
by the way, there's also one more analogy.